computer. Okay, welcome back, everybody. The plan is to discuss a new reading skill, okay? And the reading skill is called Find Definitions from Structural Clues, okay? So we're supposed to decide what a certain word means, all right? We have to be able to decide what a certain word in the text means. Sometimes we can make use of structural clues. What does this mean? Like the context itself, okay? The context itself. يعني السياق نفسه ممكن يساعدني. الموضوع نفسه ممكن يساعدني حتى to decide what the meaning of a certain word is, okay? فهاي معنى structural clues. كمان مرات, guys, structure could mean like if it's a noun, like, you know, it could be helpful, okay? Like if I know it's a noun, if I know what precedes it, يعني إذا بعرف شو هو اللي قبله، إيش اللي بعد هاي الكلمة, you know? Sometimes all this information, that's what we mean by structure. Structure means like البناء, all right? Where it is positioned, this word in, you know, text, all right? Yeah. هذا كله بيساعدني إنه أكتشف المعنى, okay? Yeah. So skill 8, find definitions. بدنا نلاقي المعنى, the meaning of the words from structural clues. Like I said, structural clues could be different kinds of structural clues. The topic, the word before, the word after, you know, the context itself, all that can help me, you know, kind of determine the meaning of a certain word. If I am asked about, let me say certain word. All right. Yeah. I don't think I have my video on. Let me, you know, turn it on. I don't know. I just feel that, you know, students and people who study, you know, material with someone or their guide, let's say, okay, are able to connect on, you know, a closer or better level. It helps, you know, you to connect more to the material and what you're doing. All right. Yeah. So anyway, find definitions. We said this. We want to take a look at what is below this. When you are asked to determine the meaning of a word in the reading comprehension section of the TOEFL test. So you will be asked to determine, to decide what a certain word means. That the passage provides information about the meaning of the word. Of course, the passage means, guys, the paragraph or the essay. It depends. Like if the passage, it could be a paragraph, the passage, it will nas, guys, it means when you say passage, all right? And when it could be like an essay, maqal, which has several paragraphs, okay? Yeah. So we have to decide, we have to think about the information that, you know, this word is put in, the context, the larger context, السياق اللي هو هاي الكلمة موضوعة فيه, all right? In order to decide, you know, what a certain word means, all right? Yeah. So, what is it that the passage provides information about the meaning of the word? طبعا النص بيزودنا دائما بمعلومات عن معنى هاي الكلمة أصلا, okay? That there are structural clues to tell you that that the definition of a word is included in the passage. وأحيانا, guys, هو فعليا بيكونوا معرفين على هاي الكلمة ومعناها. Okay? So we want to try to find that. If we can't, لأنه أصلا skills هاي بتيجي نوعين. To determine the meaning, you know, based on information in the text. يعني نقدر نعرف المعنى بناء على معلومات أو عن معلومات موجودة في النص, أو to determine meaning, you know, of something and we don't really have, you know, clear information about the meaning, you know, in the text, all right? وهي أصعب طبعا when we don't have that kind of information in the text. So let's take a look at this passage, okay? وأنا حكيت لكم مرة why these passages don't have titles is because يعني أصلاً أنا لما أجيب لكم نص, I'm gonna ask you about skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. ممكن نفس النص أسألكم عنه skill 1 with skill 2 with 3 with 4 or 5. Got it? All right? I can ask as many questions as I want about this passage, okay? يعني sometimes I would decide, يعني هو بصراحة غالبا بالتوفل 6 أسئلة, okay, مختلفة, 6 skills, يعني 6 skills, all right? Yeah. This is the regular thing, the norm, okay? يعني you would have like maybe 2 passages, ما بعرف, يعني هو بصراحة الامتحانات هاي العالمية يعني they have like 3 sometimes, all right? الدولية خلينا نقول IBT وهيك, they have 3 usually. But يعني يعني generally speaking, you're going to have probably just 2. All right. We'll see probably in your final exam. All right. So the passage here we go. And وزي ما حكيت لكم, there is no title because sometimes I might ask you to, you know, like to choose a title. Like I would have like different options, A, B, C, D. And I would ask you about what do you think the best title for this essay or this, let me say, passage could be. All right. The best title for it. Okay. You have to make that choice. Anyway, let's take a look at the text, guys. All right. Okay. That text, it's about behaviorism. Jama'at al-Tarbiyah, if you know more than I do about this topic, okay? One of the leading schools of psychological thought, huh? One of the leading schools of psychological thought in the 20th century was behaviorism, huh? أحد المدارس, huh? يعني المشهورة المعروفة في الفكر السيكولوجي, ها guys, ها في القرن الثاني عشر, ثاني 20th العشرين عفوا, yeah, alright, اسمها behaviorism, okay, اللي هي بجوز إنه المدرسة اللي لها علاقة في التصرف. behavior معناها تصرف, guys, performance.
السلوك دكتورة.
Thank you. السلوك. Good. Yes, السلوكية. Yes, that's it. So the belief that the role of the psychologist, وطبعا هاي المدرسة دائما لما تشوفوا شحطة زي هيك اللي بعدها بتكون توضيح أو شو definition. شو يعني definition؟ تعريف بمعنى behaviorism. Okay? زي توضيح لا شو يعني behaviorism. هاي شحطة. Okay, that's what it's used for. To explain what follows is an explanation. دائما شرح توضيح. The belief that the role of the psychologist is to study behavior. يعني هاي المدرسة بتؤمن إنه دور هذا role إيش اللي عالم النفس guys إنه يدرس التصرف أو السلوك زي ما حكت زميلتكم, okay, which is observable. والسلوك المرئي guys اللي ممكن مشاهدته, هاي يعني observable, مش اللي إحنا ما بنشوفه اللي هون بصير you know inside of you, alright. لأنه في سلوكيات بنمارسها فكرية maybe that's not included. هاي مش من السلوكيات. لازم السلوك يكون something that you can observe. Observe means that you can see. Alright? ترصدوا وتلاحظوا. That's the thing. Rather than conscious or unconscious. يعني مش معنية هاي المدرسة بالconscious. Conscious الشيء اللي أنت بالوعي بصير معك but maybe
وعي ولا وعي.
نعم بالضبط. بس conscious يعني إشي أنت يعني بالوعي ولا
إدراكي.
وعي. بس المقصود فيه هون إذا ما كان تصرف action ما بنقدر نرصده حتى لو الإنسان بيفكر فيه. المقصود فيه بشكل واعي ومدرك للتفكير تاعه. alright. فإحنا ما بنسجل بهاي المدرسة السلوكات الفكرية, أوكي, اللي فيها وعي, حتى اللي unconscious زي ما قلنا, يعني الإنسان مش واعي مرات لبعض سلوكياته زي بالحلم, alright, yeah, these things, or while sleeping, you know. That's what we mean by the unconscious, أشياء باللاوعي. So مش مشكلة, إحنا at the end of the day, this school focuses on, you know, let me say, observable behavior, يعني تصرف اللي ممكن تشوفه, alright, yeah. Which of course unconscious thought, which is not, okay. Probably يعني هي تأكيد على unconscious thought, okay. Probably the best known proponent of behaviorism, أكتر شخص, شو يعني proponent guys of behaviorism, بيمثل أو يعني خلينا نحكي يعني leading figure, شخص معروف بهاي المدرسة guys, that's what we mean by proponent, yes, is
مؤيد لهي الفكرة.
يعني بس مش بس مؤيد, هو يعني مش يعني احنا بدناش ناخذ guys the words, يعني تستخدموش بطريقة شوي هيك ناشفة. البروبوننت اللي هو الشخص اللي بيمثل هاي النظرية, like هو أكثر واحد خلينا نحكي بيحكي عن هاي النظرية وبيعرف فيها you know like leading figure, زي بيمثلها. يعني زي ما حكيت لكم المرة الماضية, sometimes you may say that something like you know كل واحد منكم في عنده مجال معين. لما تحكوا مثلا American literature, what comes to your mind? like a proponent, يعني شخص بيمثل American literature, English literature, الهندسة مثلا اللي انتوا بتشتغلوا عليها, مثلا مجال الهندسة اللي انتوا فيه. you know, there are figures who are known in the field. فالشخص اللي بيكون معروف بالمجال اسمه proponent, okay. So B.F. Skinner, أنا متوقعة إنه كتير منكم سمعتوا بسكينر لأنه I heard of him also before, even not in the TOEFL, you know. who was famous for his research. هذا سكينر مشهور بالريسيرش تاعه كتاباته وأبحاثه on how reward and punishments influence behavior. طبعا هو أبحاثه كانت بتخص إنه كيف إنه reward. What's reward? What does reward mean? المكافأة والعقوبة.
تحفيز.
بالضبط. هي المكافأة يعني أي مكافأة. لو المكافأة guys كلمة طيبة. You know that. Alright. how reward اللي هي كلمة طيبة اللي فيها مكافأة. ممكن تكون مكافأة عينية something that you can touch also. يعني different kinds of rewards. Alright. and punishment والعقوبة. طبعا العقوبة بالكلمة بتصرف حتى ممكن. Right guys. influence behavior. وإحنا كلاتنا بنعرف كلكم يعني كثير منكم متزوجين وعندكم أولاد and you know that reward and punishment can influence behavior. ممكن يأثروا على التصرف على السلوك. Right? Yes. للشخص. He came to believe that positive reinforcement such as طلع شو positive reinforcement اللي هي like reward guys really. Talk about positive reinforcement you know it's like rewards you know such as هاي بعطي أمثلة على what's positive reinforcement guys. praise المديح food مرات I'm gonna take you to McDonald's, I'm gonna take you to Burger King, you know, if you do this, if you do that, you know, or money حتى الفلوس you know were more effective. كانوا فعالات أكثر اللي هي positive reinforcements in promoting good behavior. في إنه الإنسان يروج للسلوك المنيح. كيف ممكن الواحد إنه يحصل على السلوك المنيح من الناس من ابنه من الناس اللي بيعرفهم اللي بيهموا أمرهم by using positive reinforcement. then من negative reinforcement. فاللي بيستخدم النيجاتيف reinforcement خففوا please you know try to you know not use it as much. All right. Okay. or punishment. So don't use this if you must. I don't know. I'm against it. I do it, but I don't, you know, let me say use any kind of physical punishment. All right. But, you know, when you must, you know, you must. All right. Let's go for the questions. All right. Now, in behaviorism, this is a school behaviorism, right? In line 2, here you go. Yes, Dr. Noura, do you want to read the question?
Yes, Doctor.
Go ahead.
In behaviorism, in line 2, a psychologist is concerned with A. Consciousness thought pattern, B. Unconsciousness thought pattern, C. Observable action, D. Unobservable action. Doctor, I answer number C. Observable action.
Good job.
Yes, because A and B it's incorrect لأنه both ما صح يعني consciousness أو and unconsciousness.
Yeah.
unobservable ما حكى عنها يعني أصلا.
Exactly. He talked about observable. هو حكى عن observable. So this is the opposite. So of course he's against, you know, the writer here is against unobservable because he said the only thing that, you know, the scientist or, you know, let me say the proponent is concerned, you know, with is the observable behavior. That's what he said. And he actually said this. He doesn't care about the conscious thought patterns or unconscious ones, right? So no, no, and no for the observable action. So guys, and it's actually said. على فكرة هاي من الأسئلة اللي باعتبار سهلة كلكم لازم تجاوبوها. Okay? Why? Because the definition here is in the text, not one that you must guess. It's actually there. Okay? Yeah. Let's do two. Dr. Hibad, would you like to do two for us?
Yes, Doctor.
Go ahead.
Number 2, what is the positive reinforcement in line 7? A reward. B.
Good job. A reward. So when we talk about praise, food, money, and then over here it is. Look at it, guys. This person over here, the writer, actually says it's a reward, right? Where is it? I think I saw it somewhere here, on how rewards and punishments, and then he let me say rewrites them in a different way by saying positive reinforcement and negative reinforcements, which are rewards and punishments. All right, that's what they are. So a positive reinforcement means a reward. Why not a gift? Because a gift is something specific, guys. Because when you say positive reinforcement, yes, exactly, it's an example for that. It could be praise, like I said. It could be praise, just words. You know, sometimes, you know, if you tell people nice and kind words, they're better than money. They're better than food. They're better than, right, guys? Some people, they care about words. Words are very important. They have, really, they are very powerful. They can create people. Unfortunately, they can destroy people. Words are very powerful. Sometimes we don't pay attention to how important words are. And I don't know. I think that we should sometimes, kind of think about what we're saying more often, right? Yeah. All right, let's take a look, because if you look at these words, guys, for example, we said gift, it's not accepted here because it's an example and it's more than that. Look, food, praise, money, it could be more than, that, just a gift. It could be more, something else besides a gift. So that's why we chose a reward. What's a bribe? Bribe. Bribe rashwi, guys. That's what it is, really. Okay, to bribe someone in ektirshi. All right, is it a bribe? No, it's a reward, guys. It's positive reinforcement. No, it's not a bribe. All right, mostly when we're talking about children here, when we talk about children and people studying, positive reinforcement, guys. All right, a penalty means what? It's another word for
like punishment or negative
Thank you.
reinforcement.
Punishment.
Yeah.
The kind of punishment. Thank you so much. Another word for that. Okay, so of course it's not. It's the total opposite. 3, what is? Who wants to read this question? Dr. Khulud, you want to do this one for us?
So what is negative reinforcement in line 9?
Yeah.
It's a promotion, a rewarded, a surprise, or a punishment. It is a kind of punishment. It is a punishment.
All right. Yeah. So negative reinforcement, as you said, it's a kind of, it's punishment because it's not a promotion. Promotion means tarqiya, guys. Something like an award, a reward. Also is the positive word surprise. Surprise is something good, by the way. Okay.
Yes.
Something nice, because the opposite of surprise in English is what? Something shocking. Shocking is like negative surprise, okay? The surprise is something like, oh, wow, to bring someone something that is nice without them expecting that from you, all right? So it's always positive, the word surprise. The opposite of it is a shock, okay? Because you say, oh my gosh, I was shocked when she told me about the results, of her exam, all right? That means that, the result was negative, was not so good, and you did not like it, all right? It was sudden, it was something you did not expect, and but it was also bad. That's what it means, okay? So let's take a look at the explanation here, okay? Look what it says here. To answer the first question, what's the first question? In behaviorism in line 2, a psychologist is concerned with what, all right? You should look at the part of the passage following the word behaviorism. So guys, whenever you are asked about the meaning of a word, look after the word. Look what it says here. The dash, punctuation, this dash in English, guys, what does it indicate? It tells you, شو بيحكي لنا هذا الداش دايما? That a definition or further information good about behaviorism is going to follow. دايما guys بعد هذا الداش إما فعليا هو يعني definition، يعني ايش؟ تعريف للكلمة، او على الاقل guys بيعرفوا فيها بطريقة ما، يعني مش يعني ما تعريف، مش تعريف بس توضيح لها. all right, so it's the same really. Okay, what do we have in the information following the dash? You should see that the behaviorist is interested in behaviorist اللي هو guys like Skinner, the man, the scientist, the psychologist, all right? Behaviorist الشخص اللي بدرس السلوك, all right, is interested بإيش مهتم guys? In behavior which is observable, all right? وهو هذا شيء إيش يعني ممكن الواحد يلاحظه يرصده، هاي معنى observable. So the best answer to this question is answer C, which you answered before, okay? To answer the second question, نطلع على the second question, take a good look at it. Direct question, what is positive reinforcement in line 7? Okay, you should look at the part of the passage following the expression. كمان بدنا ننظر للأمام شوي. As you can see, following the expression positive reinforcement, the expression such as, where is it? Indicates that examples of positive reinforcement are going to follow. Your job is to look at the examples. We could ندوروا على الأمثلة guys of positive reinforcement and draw a conclusion. هاي شوي مش مباشر كتير بس it's there, okay? So you have to draw a conclusion. لازم يعني انتوا تقرروا بالآخر وتتخذوا قرار. That's what we mean by conclusion, what the meaning is about, what positive reinforcement might be. Since praise, بما إنه guys كلمة praise اللي هي المديح food, طعام, money might be given in return for a job well done. يعني هذول مقابل أي الشخص يقوم بعمله الكويس يعني الإيجابي. Then positive reinforcement must be a reward. معناته positive reinforcement لابد إنها تكون مكافأة. These are good words, you know. Everybody likes them. The best answer to this question is therefore answer B. ولذلك, guys, you know, the answer was B here, which is a reward. What is negative reinforcement, which is the opposite, guys? So to answer the third question, you should look at the part of the passage also the same way, same technique, following the expression negative reinforcement. بننظر كمان بعد هاي العبارة, the word or following negative reinforcement, the word or following negative, okay, tells you that the idea is going to be restated in different words. So obviously, guys, مبين إنه راح يستخدموا كلمات أخرى. All right, هاي بيسموها what? To restate means what? To paraphrase, kind of paraphrase. You've heard of paraphrase. كلكم أكيد سمعتوا بالparaphrase اللي هي تعيد الفكرة بكلمات أخرى that give the same meaning, right? That's called paraphrasing, all right? So restating in different words. You can see in the passage, بالنص, that another word for negative reinforcement, which is here, is punishment. So answer D is the best answer to this question. All right, let me just make this smaller, a little bit smaller. And then we need to move on to the next page. Why do we want to go to the next page? Just because this is not the only way that you will be asked to define certain words. Take a look at other ways that you let me say used, you know, in order to ask you about certain words and what they mean. We need to look at the table. The table is very helpful. Okay, because remember, guys, the TOEFL, this TOEFL book is really, you know, a book that should help you prepare for the exam. Be prepared. So you have questions, like the ones that you will, you know, encounter in your exam, right? Yeah. So you should be ready so that you can save a lot of time sometimes, you know, when you prepare for these kinds of questions and you know how to deal with them, all right? So the following chart outlines the key information that you should remember about structural clues to help you. Structural clues, you know, these kinds of questions, you know, that means, you know, when you're asked about a certain word, you know, there are clues in the text itself that will help you answer the question. So clues to help you understand unknown vocabulary words. How to identify the question. كيف بدنا نتعرف, guys, على هذا السؤال, all right? بكون, guys, you know, they directly ask you, what is this word? What is the meaning of this word? Like, for example, what is positive reinforcement? What is the meaning of positive reinforcement? What is true about positive reinforcement? Okay, so these are all questions that, you know, the goal of these questions is to ask you about the meaning of a certain word. You have to find the meaning, all right, every time. Types of clues. All right, guys. في clues مرات بالنص بتساعدني, guys, right? Remember punctuation, like comma, parentheses, dashes, they help you, all right? Sometimes, you know, understand that here we're going to find a definition because, you know what, comma is like, you know, a positive, like, you know, the word is repeated in a different way or mentioned again in a different way sometimes. Parentheses sometimes, you know, when you have them, it's like this word is explained in like more simple vocabulary between the parentheses, right? You know that, So I might say, ma'mul. Ma'mul. You know ma'mul. It's the cookie that has dates inside. But if Americans read the word ma'mul, they won't know what ma'mul is. So do you know what? Between brackets or between parentheses, I will write a cookie stuffed with dates. All right, something like that. Dashes. Now we experience the dash. قبل شوي احنا جربنا الداش اللي هو الخط هذا المستقيم. Like after it, there's also explanation. يعني الفكرة, guys, comma, parentheses, dashes, هذول كلياتهم. If we see them, the meaning to come or the sentence to come has the meaning of the word that preceded. Okay. Restatement, or that is, in other words, كمان هاي العبارات, guys, بتساعد إنه تحكي لنا إنه اللي بده يجي, whatever is going to be said, is an explanation to what was said before. هو عبارة عن توضيح, تعريف للإشي اللي انحكى بالأول. All right? That's why we call it restatement. يعني إنه إيش؟ إعادة التصريح, إعادة التعريف. All right? So that is, in other words, IE. هاي ال IE حتى هيك معناها لما تشوفوا IE means, you know, to explain. All right. طبعا مرات كمان كلمة examples, like for example. طب هو المثال هو in a way طريقة معينة لفهم شيء, you know, that was discussed earlier. Okay. The example is like, you know, a definition in a way. مرات المثال حتى الواحد بيفهم عليه وبيستوعب, you know, the meaning of something because of the example. All right. فممكن يعني guys نبدأ such as, for example. طبعا guys نفس الشيء, or e.g. هاي you know, for example it means. All right. Where to find the answer? وين ممكن ألاقي الجواب على سؤال زي هيك لما واحد يقول لك what does this mean? What does that mean? All right. Simply, guys, information to help you determine what something means will generally be found after the punctuation clue. يا إما طبعا after the word itself, بعد الكلمة نفسها, أو كمان punctuation clues اللي هن هدول. Okay? اللي هي علامات ترقيم معينة كمان بتساعدنا إنه to find the meaning. كمان restatement clues زي ما قلنا هدول clues يعني يفسر الماء بعد جهد جهيد بالماء. So this is like a kind of explanation for this again. Or the example clue. So you want to find the meaning? It's either, you know, if you pay attention to these, pay attention to these kinds of words or examples and such as, okay, something like that, okay? So this is really like a kind of, you know, restatement. Hi, where to find the answer is a restatement of the types of clues, if you really think about it, okay? If you take a deeper look at it. Okay. Let's go for how to answer the question. It wasn't hard for us to answer the question. You have to go over all the options. You know that, guys, huh? Find the word in the passage. بنلاقي الكلمة في النص طبعا. Locate any structural clues. اللي هن هدول, guys. بنلاقيهم هدول somewhere, you know, because they're going to help us give the answer or decide on the answer. Read the part of the passage after the structural clues carefully. بدنا نقرأ guys الجزئية اللي هي إيش بعد clues هدول. All right. لأنه هي عبارة عن definition. All right. And then eliminate any definitely wrong answers. وبعدين نطلع على options. We eliminate طبعا. Eliminate معناته بنشيل هذا مستحيل الجواب يكون هذا مستحيل. This is impossible. This is not the right answer. This is a da. And then we have the correct answer, you know, there for you, bright and clear. All right. So we need to eliminate any definitely wrong answers and choose the best answer from the remaining choices. I don't think we had a problem when we answered the question, right? Did we have a problem? Huh? No problemos, huh? So
No problem.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, guys, we need to spend like just 10 minutes and then I will let you go. How about 10 more minutes? What do you think? We're going to do this. Listen, we're going to do this text quickly because we always do one.
Okay.
We're going to do a little bit more today. Listen to this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this text. The teddy bear. You know the teddy bear? دبدوب, guys. دبدوب. كل بيت عنده the teddy bear. مش واحد. I think احنا في عنا كل واحد منا في البيت 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, right? So the teddy bear is a child's toy. Huh? A nice, soft, stuffed animal. يعني guys لعبة جميلة طرية soft ها ناعمة stuffed يعني محشوة guys فيها قطن من جوا right ها animal طبعا هو حيوان وغالبا بيكون دبدوب دب صغير suitable for cuddling والصغار بيحبوه ليش guys بيحضنوه they cuddle it means like to hug it all right it is however a toy with an interesting history بتعرفوا يا جماعة إنه هذا الدب الصغير اللي احنا بنسميه الدبدوب all right this teddy bear in English اللي هو نفسه هذا الدبدوب بيسموه بالإنجليزي teddy bear أيوه all right it has an interesting history يعني في وراه قصة تاريخية إيش guys interesting شو يعني interesting what's interesting what does that mean interesting
Exciting. ممتع.
Nice, excited.
Interesting something that anybody would want to hear about interesting إشي يعني بتلفت النظر يعني أي واحد منكم هلا none of you guys are gonna go ما حدا منكم رح يروح بدكم تسمعوا القصة that's the thing it's interesting all right you would want to stay to listen to the story على كل حال قصة الدبدوب هذا Theodore Roosevelt who is Theodore Roosevelt or Teddy ها اختصار لثيودور تخيلوا بالإنجليزي guys شو هالاسم مطوله Theodore ها اختصار اسمه Teddy ها so as he was commonly called. هيك كانوا الناس ينادوه هذا ثيودور. مين بيعرف مين ثيودور روزفلت؟ على فكرة he's a popular person. شخص مشهور. Who is he? He's not Obama. He's not Clinton. He's not Reagan. He's not George Washington. He's Theodore Roosevelt. رئيس أمريكي سابق. Theodore Roosevelt. All right, you can look him up. طبعا they used to call him Teddy. Huh?
دكتورة موجود على $5 صح؟
Well, يعني I don't know. you confirm that, Dr. Ali, all right? But he's a former president. That's what I know. I'm not really sure. Well, you have good information, Dr. Ali. But check again, okay? Check and tell me in a few minutes. Check your phone, like Google it, okay, just to make sure. As he was commonly called, was a president of the United States from 1901. See, they told you. To 1909. كان رئيس أمريكا. يعني دورة ولا دورتين؟ شو رأيكم يا جماعة؟ Come on.
دورتين دكتورة 8 سنين.
Yes, exactly. So he was president twice, you know. Yeah, it seems he was loved, guys. كان محبوب صراحة هو, all right? He was an
هو
unusual...
دكتورة بس معلش.
نعم.
هو إيش يعتبر من أي فئة؟
I do not know, honestly speaking. If he was a Republican or a, you know, or not, you mean?
Yes.
A Republican
هو
Yes.
or a Democrat? I don't really know.
دكتورة هو من الآباء المؤسسين قبل ما يكون في ريبابليك وديمقراطي.
Yeah, but 1901 is like in between. بالنص جاي هو, you know, Theodore Roosevelt. مش المؤسسين لأن المؤسسين على فكرة جورج واشنطن, Adams, John Adams, and اللي كتبوا Declaration of Independence واشتغلوا مع بعض on that, okay? Those are the people that were really we call them the founding fathers of America, all right? يعني هو مش من المؤسسين, no, a little bit later, okay? Yeah, 1901 مش من المؤسسين بأمريكا, all right? مؤسسين like in the, you know, 18th century, something like that, okay? Yeah. So he was an unusually active man. كان زلمة, guys, active, نشيط, all right? Huh? With varied pastimes. وقت فراغه, you know, pastime, and وقت الفراغ, you know, he would go probably do certain things. Let's see what he did. One of which was hunting. طبعا من إيش, guys? The hobbies, pastimes, and like hobbies, was hunting. He said. One day, the president was invited to take part in a bear hunt. So, guys, in America, it was very common to take part in a bear hunt, in a deer hunt, okay? Because America, till now, is full of bears, by the way. Do you know that? Okay? And in as much as Teddy was president, his hosts wanted to ensure that he caught a bear. Because, you know, he was a president, you know, it's like a shame that the president did not catch or capture the bear. All right? Okay, so the president should be like a lead by example, right? Something like that. His hosts wanted to ensure that he caught a bear. His hosts, like people that invited him into the area to, you know, probably, you know, hunt a bear. A bear was captured. He did not capture it, but a bear was captured, clunked, over the head to knock it out. يعني guess what the hosts did? الناس المعازيب اللي عازمينه للمنطقة. What did they do? Look what they did. They captured the bear. هم مسكوا دب, all right? Clunked over the head to knock it out. وكمان, you know, they boxed the bear. هيك يعني خلوه ضعيف يعني vulnerable, all right? They hit the bear really, okay? And tied it to a tree, okay? وشو كمان? They tied it to a tree. However, Teddy, who really wanted to actually hunt, هذا الرئيس يعني ما, you know, he really wanted to hunt, عن جد بده يصطاد, you know, by himself, you know, he doesn't want cheating, you know, he refused to shoot the bear. ما رضي, you know, to shoot the bear. يقوز them بقولوا الدب. And in fact, demanded that the bear be extricated from the ropes. وطلب منهم, no. Remove the ropes. Extricated means to remove the ropes. الحبال, That is, he demanded that the bear, see, look, that is, to explain what this means, that the bear, you know, the bear be set free. إنه ينعطى حريته, right? The incident attracted a lot of attention. هاي الشغلة اللي عملها الرئيس, you know, it attracted a lot of attention. انتبهوا لها العالم, right? Among journalists, you know, journalists, writers in the paper, in the newspaper. First, a cartoon drawn by Clifford Berryman to make fun of the situation. في ناس تعرفوا الكرتون كاريكاتير, made fun of the situation. يعني عملوا طريقة إنه يضحكوا عليه, you know, to poke fun at him, you know. appeared in the Washington Post. يعني من زمان ال Washington Post هذا شغال, right? You know, من أيام Roosevelt. And the cartoon was widely distributed. وهذا الكرتون نقلوا الناس, you know, and reprinted زي كيف على الواتساب, بس no على شكل poster throughout the country. هذا كله all over America. Then toy manufacturers طلعوا, don't forget what we were talking about, the teddy bear. Then toy manufacturers began producing a toy. بعدين بلشوا guys المصنعين للألعاب شو يعملوا بلشوا يصنعوا a toy bear, دب زي طريقة إنه يتذكروا هاي الانسيدنت, هاي الحدث اللي صار, which they called طلعوا شو سموه a teddy bear. Okay, فالتeddy لما نقول لأولادنا bring your teddy bear Teddy here is Theodore Roosevelt. ما حدا عارف هاي القصة, بس بيفكروا إنه it's just called a teddy bear. No, there's a story behind it. Okay, so the teddy bear became كلكم يلي عندكم, you know, bears at home. You guys are in some kind of way remembering, you know, Theodore Roosevelt in some kind of way, bringing back the story in some kind of way, reviving it. So the teddy bear became the most widely recognized symbol of Roosevelt. وهذا رمز لمين Roosevelt's presidency, you know, during that time. All right, back now the story. It's fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was interesting. According to line 1 of the passage, what is a teddy bear? A ferocious animal, the president of the United States, a famous hunter, a plaything. What's a teddy bear? Let's go. ليش بقولوا guys line 1? Because maybe it might have a different meaning somewhere else. That's why. A teddy bear, line 1, is a child's toy. So what? A, B, C, D, all of us together.
It
What?
is a plaything.
Good job. A plaything.
Yes,
شيء
it's a plaything.
A plaything يعني شيء بنلعب فيه. Famous hunter? No. صياد ماهر, the president? No. A ferocious animal يعني حيوان خطير بخوف, you know? No, the teddy bear is not like that. That's just the general bear found in the wild. In line 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. Pastimes. I think we mentioned this from, he was an unusually, yes, active man with very pastimes. So things that occurred in the past, previous jobs, أعمال سابقة, hunting trips, يعني رحلات صيد, leisure activities. طبعا هاي إذا أنتم مش معرضين إلى الكلمة راح أغلبكم. أنشطة فيها leisure guys means فيها راحة, متعة, fun. الأشياء اللي بنعملها وقت leisure means like الاسترخاء. وقت الاسترخاء يعني وقت الفراغ.
هوايات زي هوايات.
That's really what it is. And I think, you know, we have answered these 2 questions, and they are the ones that, or do we have more questions, guys? We do, I think, right? Let's go over the other 2 questions. I think we have 2 more to go. I did not realize that. Do we have 2 more to go, or is that it? Yes, we do. Here we go. The word extricated in line 8. Go to line 8. Where is 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it is. So refuse to shoot the bear, and in fact, demanded that the bear be extricated from the ropes. So what does it mean? Released, tied up, hunted, shot. Released, right? Like remove the yes. Released yes. To remove the ropes. In line 10, a cartoon, all of us watch cartoons, our kids do, right? Could best be described as line 10. Here's extricated, line 10, and then, sorry, this is what? We said line 8, 9, 10. So the incident attracted a lot of attention among journalists. First, a cartoon, and then look, drawn by Clifford Berryman to make fun of the situation. So a cartoon is a newspaper, a type of teddy bear, a drawing with a message, a newspaper article. It's help me.
Drawing with a message.
Thank you, Dr.
Yes, drawing with a message.
Drawing with a message. Okay, here we are going to stop. Have an enjoyable evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, bye-bye. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, doctor.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.